If you're still wondering if water-based primer is for you, then keep watching. We're going to demonstrate how to use our primers, so this video is a little bit long, so we recommend you to give it a like, save it for reference later on. If you've used water-based primer for your model kits before, then you should know that they are generally weaker and more grainy than their lacquer-based counterparts. However, we've developed Kaleido ColorWorks specifically to be in the middle of them, enjoying the benefits from both water-based and lacquer-based paint. In our primer lineup, we have a matte white primer, generally used to bring out the best of warm colors tones like yellow or red. Then we have the most commonly used matte gray. They are widely used because they are pretty neutral. And also having the color gray allows you to see flaws in your model kits with ease. Then we have matte black that's used for metallic tones. At Kaleido, we have something special that not many manufacturer offers, and that's our high gloss black primer. It is our best-selling primer so far, and we have received numerous good feedback about it as well. We developed this primer specially for metallic or metal colors use. The high gloss black primers allows your metallic paint to hide even better, making it easier for you to achieve a high gloss finish. Even if you don't use 2K clear coats, we recommend for you to use 0.3 millimeters or above airbrushes for primer application, as they are often more tough and their particles are generally larger than conventional paint. To begin painting primers, we usually start with a light misty coat to prep and adhere to the surface. Then once that's dry to the touch, usually a couple of seconds, then you can then proceed with airbrushing on normal coats of primers until you're satisfied with the result. We have some pro tips just for you guys about priming, so make sure you stick till the end of the video. Also, just to show you guys the subtle difference of what primers can do for your colors, we have painted the color red on different kind of primers we have. We have the matte white, matte gray, matte black, and the high gloss black. Although there's not much difference, but if you look close enough, you'll see that there are some shift in the saturation of the colors. You can then use this knowledge to apply to whatever that you're working on to achieve different effects. Our colors are also very high in saturation and has strong coverage, so that plays in the final results that you see. Now for the high gloss black and its true purpose. Other brands might produce a different kind of results, so make sure to keep testing to see what you like. Here we will demonstrate how does our KM012 flashy gold looks like on both matte white and high gloss black primer. First, a light coat of our flashy gold on both test shells, then let's proceed with a normal coat. The painting process is fairly easy, and for Kaleido ColorWorks, you can start airbrushing directly from the bottle. So here are the results. The flashy gold definitely looked more refined on the high gloss black and has a different kind of shine as well. If you're painting a metallic scale model car, definitely go for the high gloss black for your primer. Once everything is cured, then paint on a couple layers of gloss varnish, then you're done. Our paint supports polishing as well if you're up for it. So there you have it, not so long but informative video about priming from us. And oh, remember the pro tip? Primers are generally rougher than normal paint. And if you really want a smooth surface and achieve results like lacquer-based primers, we recommend adding a single drop of thinner or retarder thinner into your airbrush fluid cup when you paint, and see how smooth the surface is when you paint. It is amazing on what a drop of thinner can make. It makes the entire painting experience much better and smooth as well. Also, try to paint primers from 25 psi and above. Anything below that might result in grainy textures. Last but not least, if you can have a separate airbrush just for priming, it would increase your efficiency. You won't need to keep swapping needle size, and cleaning would be much easier as well. So that's all from us for now. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. And also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Until next time, bye-bye.